So Sanal has been teaching me about Vedic astrology, and one of the important things that we have to remember is apparently, which I didn't realise, that as opposed to Western cultures where we look at each day of the week starting at midnight, that's not what's true in Vedic astrology. It actually starts from sunrise. So I was lucky, I was born at 7:30 in the morning, which still qualifies me as a Friday's child, as we would call it in Western tradition. However, if I'd been born at say 2 o'clock in the morning, I would still be considered as coming under the Thursday planet, which is Jupiter. Thank you. Now we're moving on to Wednesday, and the governing planet of Wednesday is Mercury. And Mercury has everything to do with our throat chakra, or basically everything to do with communication and clarity. Our throat chakra also takes on board information. We don't just give information out and communicate through our throat or through our mouth, but we actually take information on. So the interesting bit with the oils that have been used for this one are, Petitgrain is the main oil. Now I've mentioned before that this oil can be akin to the keyword of addictions, but actually I'm going to go a step further in this one and say, because in my book I've related the personality of John Lennon to Petitgrain. And if we think about, if we're leaving out the addiction side of it, because I don't want to go down that part on this one, but what was John Lennon all about? He was all about communication. He was either communicating through his songs, his words, the speeches he made, and just before he died he'd organised the first World Peace Conference, and I believe the Dalai Lama was supposed to be there and what have you, and 3 days I think it was before he was, the whole conference was supposed to be happening, of course he gets murdered. So it's interesting that the Petitgrain is in there, because again it's all to do with here, and it's all to do with the communication. We've then got fennel. Now again, this is to do with clarity of speech, but also fennel is one of those oils that actually helps us study and to take information on as well. So that's that two-way street thing that's going on again with this throat chakra, and to do with the communication that Mercury is all about. We're going to move on to the eucalyptus. Now this one's an interesting one. Eucalyptus, on the more sort of esoteric way of looking at it in a way, is one of these oils that if, say, you're in a communication situation with somebody, then it's one of these oils that will make you speak very clearly, very calmly, especially if it's a situation where everybody's all fired up and arguing about things. Eucalyptus has that way of calming it all down, taking the heat out of the situation, but also with that final little line in it of, and that's my last say on the matter, where everybody has to go, oh, okay, because also the energy of the eucalyptus there leaves this little open-ended bit of, but if you come back on me, I'm going to be like a scorpion and I'm going to have another go at you and put you down again. So eucalyptus, again, from that communication point of view, has a backlash, if you like. Here, not just about our dreaming as in sleeping, I'm talking about our daydreams, if you like, where we've got these ideas. Peppermint can open that up, it freshens it all up. So even though you might have a general idea about something, it'll open it up a little bit more to put a freshness into your idea, but again it brings it down into the throat so that you can communicate your idea in a very, very clear way. And also, because of its affinity with the stomach, like the coriander, again, it's calming the stomach so you don't get nervous or overexcited about what you're trying to explain to somebody. And then finally, we've got this thyme oil. And again, this is the cleanser. It has a huge affinity to do with any throat and chest infections. It kills off the strep and the staph virus in literally about 20 minutes. So obviously we need to keep you healthy. And to me, this is where the thyme oil's coming in here. It is keeping our chest and our throats clear of viruses and bacteria, so it's all fit, healthy and raring to go. It also brings objectivity in, it brings empowerment in, it brings in motivation, and enthusiasm for things. Those are the kind of things that the thyme oil will do. So it's almost like backing up. It's making sure, you know, that you've got a clear and clean and healthy road of communication, but at the same time, it's underneath supporting the rest of the oils that are in this blend, so they can really get to do the extra work that needs to be done. And the thyme oil is the underlying, you know, holding it all up and holding it all together in that really clear, you know, non-infected, if you like, way. So, yeah, another oil that's spot on.